Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. A good pickup there, a 22. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here go 46. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw now in his own end zone. And his first look is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Prescott on first down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 4 and 8. 46.
Now a carry for Bernard. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's go. Boom, land it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Coleman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Room here to run. And he'll go down at the 28. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
This is Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's the Carr-to-Cooper connection. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Watching that, Barney.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And a big loss this here as he's taken down. John Lee able to finally get him for a loss of 16. And it's going to lead to a 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And out now come the Cowboys. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We're going to 54. Line 8. Here we go. Line 8. Here we go. 46.
1st down, Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll run. This is Brown. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Coleman now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Well, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Prescott from the gun. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back. They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now it's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. 20-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. And they'll run it here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott now on 2nd down. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he's going to go deep down the left. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there on third down. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Returnable here for Davis. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Coleman. And some space here. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on, and maybe set his defensive call?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They find some open field here. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Giovanni Bernard, 98 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Will that score you just added on the board will energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So that one will be accepted. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2.
Over!
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw now on first down. Cooper fast with feet. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And on the ground they go with a running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll look to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
They come out here in the eye. Back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
There you go. Go right in. There you go, 47. It's coming now.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
There you go. Go right in.
Prescott. It's caught right side. It turns. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the toss, Bernard. And he's got room. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Dallas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.